Okay, when you get your bobbin winder, you want to put your thread post on, and you want to make sure that the thread post guide that's here at the top is centered directly over the spool of thread, the center of the spool of thread. So you want to position that. Down here there is a Phillips head screw that you'll tighten up to stabilize that. So just tighten that in. And then you'll plug it in. On the plug that comes with it, it says light and motor, and you plug it into the motor side. If you plug it into the light side, it goes all the time. When it's in the motor side, it'll be controlled by your foot pedal. To thread it, you're going to bring the thread off the top of the spool up into your thread guide from front to back, and then come down here to your tension discs and go through the guide in the front of the tension disc towards the back. And then you're going to floss the thread through the discs going counterclockwise. And I make sure that that thread is seated in there and then goes on the back of this thread towards the bobbin. I'm going to put the bobbin on. If your bobbin wants to slip on this post, you can take a flat-headed screwdriver in there and pry the post apart to expand it. If the bobbin is really tight going on, you can use a pair of pliers to tighten that down a little bit. But you want to seat the bobbin all the way on. And then your thread's going to come and go clockwise around this. So along the bottom, around the top, and I wrap it 5 or 6 times. And then I take it to the back and wrap it under, and I rotate the bobbin, and it will lock that thread in place. So it will be ready for me to wind. So I'm going to clip that thread, flip this lever, and you want to make sure the little sensor down here that kicks off when the bobbin is full, there's a black piece of metal down here. Make sure that's not rubbing on your bobbin at all. So go ahead and start winding it. If the thread is wanting to stack up on one side or the other of the bobbin, you can go ahead and come to the other side of this, and there's a screw here with a slot. You can loosen it and adjust the position up and down of where this this tension mechanism is to line it up better with the bobbin. You don't want to overfill the bobbin, so you want the thread underneath of the edges of the bobbin. This mechanism here is what kicks off when it's full. And so if you're finding that it's kicking off too early, there's a screw here, and you'll turn it clockwise, and it will lower that finger down so it'll fill a little bit more, or counterclockwise to bring the finger up so it doesn't fill quite so much. Every 7 to 10 bobbins you want to oil this, and we actually just take some painter's tape, or you can use a Band-Aid, and put it over this oil hole because it does want to kick oil out of it. So you can see the hole right here. You're going to take your machine oil and put a drop in there. And then we've got a piece of batting on the tape to cover that up, and I actually try to cover this slit back here just slightly, not so far that it's going to come in contact with this screw, but just enough to prevent any of the oil from spraying out of that. And so just tape that back up and you're good to go.